Hey guys, this is Miss Copera here with your lesson overview for lesson 6. This is a rather important lesson just because we are starting to write your promise today. The promise is going to grow out of your thinking map. Today you are making 2 different thinking maps. The first one is 3 circle maps about social problems that you've seen, that you've been a part of, and really writing in the circles about how those social problems affected you. So really opening up, really being vulnerable. Make sure you take a photo of each of these maps. On the outside, you're writing, what are you noticing about yourself? If you run out of space, you can write on other paper. You could add Post-its if you have them. But on the outside of the circles, what are you noticing about yourself and how you respond to the problems of the world that are happening around you? This second thinking map that you're doing is you're writing the promise in the middle. You're thinking, okay, well, what are my next steps? If I respond in this way, what are my next steps? If I want to get these things done, what is the promise I need to make in order to change? Because this is an opportunity for change. And then on the right, what is the future you're envisioning for yourself? So what are your next steps? And then the promise is how you get there. The promise is the how. What do you need to change? And then as a result of this flow map, what are the changes that you're going to see? Do not skip ahead. Do not try to just get to the end and do this without doing any of the thinking. It doesn't work, okay? This is a thinking map. This whole beginning of the unit has very much been about thinking about society and social problems and how humans behave. Don't skip it. Make sure to watch all the videos. The videos pull you through the thinking and do that. Joy factor. I am missing some kids, so I decided to put some pictures in here. Anyone see these two? Anyone see Leo and Candy? They were last seen in this big pink frame. Let me know. Tell them that we're giving them shout outs. Guys, inspiration, we're halfway through already distance learning, and it's time to get together and create again. So, drama kids, you're going to create your drama pieces. Art kids, you're going to do your art. It's going to be a beautiful thing. But first, you need to do the thinking. Inspiration. Drama students, remember when you talked about how with art and theater, we do it to realize we're not alone. We do it to see others' truth. Drama is a tool that helps us find our voice. I put this palette here because it's true for art too. Art is a tool that helps us to find truth. So artists are going to find truth by doing your art. Drama students are going to find truth by doing your monologue. But first you got to do this thinking map. The thinking map is the foundation from which your art's going to grow. Again, don't skip it. Don't be this guy. Moving on. So, promise to share your voice. Share your truth, just like Asher Lev. You're going to take off your mask. It's all connecting. I hope it is. Today, you're going to start to find your voice. Once again, the thinking maps, these thinking maps, that's the foundation for your voice. So, you're going to just start to find it. By the way, you should be putting it on your slides. So, all of your work goes on your slides. Miss, why is my grade gone down? Miss, I didn't think my grade could go down. You need to do some work for quarter 4. I am here to inspire you. All of your work goes on your slides and your doc in that folder. We'll talk about that in a second later, but make sure every lesson you should have been putting work on your slides. So we'll get a chance to catch up. Disclaimer. Your safety remains our number 1 priority. Therefore, if you make any comments that leads me to believe that you or someone else is in danger, or if you make any comments that leads me to believe that you or someone you know is being abused, it will be reported. So, because we're opening up, we're being vulnerable, just know that that's the line. Even if it happened way in the past, it's still got to be reported. So think about what you're sharing and how you're sharing it. Make sure you're participating in the chat box. 0101 equals twinkles. Keep yourself muted. Guys, if you don't know what's going on, you're probably not going through the PowerPoints. You're probably not clicking the videos. Listen up. Go through the PowerPoints. Here we go. Here are the facing history concepts. We are learning from our past mistakes. We're at step 4 and 5 in this facing history unit already. Why are we already at the end of our unit? Well, because we need the last 4 weeks to make sure you're creating and you're revising. About the lesson, that's what I'm talking about now. Objective, you're going to identify 3 social problems that have personally impacted you or that you've seen or witnessed. the ones that you're passionate about, and you're going to record 3 to 5, this is supposed to say observations about how those problems are impacting you. And then you are going to determine what on the frame of reference, what are you noticing about yourself? You're going to look for patterns. What are some patterns that you're kind of seeing about yourself? Moving that over. And then you will determine next steps. What changes can we make in order to not let the social problems impact our life and our happiness? I want you to be happy like Asher. The name Asher means happiness. We will write the first sentence of our sophomore promise thesis. And you can write many sentences. I encourage you to write as many as possible. How are you going to meet these objectives? Well, let's talk about that. You're going to do it through these 2 thinking maps. I had the wrong picture in there. Sorry, editing live. So you are going to meet the objective by doing these 2 thinking maps. Okay? You have to turn these in. These are huge. It's going to be on your slides or PowerPoint. Take a picture as soon as you do these maps. Highlight, mark, annotate. The first sentences of your sophomore promise are in the middle right here. Rock and roll. Here we go. Video to watch. These are the sophomores from last year doing these maps. Why did I put it in here? Because I wanted you to see how long they were taking. They were not skipping ahead. Do not skip ahead. Do not skip ahead. OMG, do not skip ahead. It's not a good idea. So watch this video. Watch how long they're taking. I think we have special appearances from Amir in here and many other celebrities. Here's your checklist. It seems like a lot, but it's all thinking map 1 and 2. Okay. Map A, describe 3 or more social problems that have impacted you. Map A, what are the patterns you're noticing about yourself? Question to the mark. Map B, here I am. On the left side of the map, identify how you want to change. How do you want to change? This is a chance to grow. How are you going to take off your mask? On the right side of the map, what positive future are you envisioning for yourself? And then start to write your promises in the middle. How are you promising to change? I know what you're thinking. You're like, what is she talking about? Guys, I go through this in videos. Don't worry, watch the videos. I'll do it with you, okay? But you have to do these maps. You have to do this thinking. Google form, exit slip. You're going to attach photos of your maps today. Get the maps done today. Guys, don't procrastinate. Paste your thinking maps into your slides. Paste it into your slides. I made a little slide at the end about how you could find your slide. Slide about how you could find your slide. Basic checklist if you were overwhelmed by that. Thinking map A. Thinking map B. Put your maps in the slides. Put your maps in the exit slip. That is the basics. We're going to do a warm-up. We're going to talk about social problems and how they impact us. How do they keep us afraid? How do problems around the world hurt us? What can we do about it? Quick chat. Then we're going to brainstorm about these problems and how they might become metaphors or symbols that we put into our art and theater that we're making. We're going to look at the good problems, the bad problems. Watch the video, guys. Follow me on YouTube. I am not making a profit. I just want you to learn. Examples of past social problems. We'll talk about those. We'll talk about the good ones that can help us to take off our mask and grow. Rock and roll. Then for part 1, thinking map A. I have examples of thinking map A. What are they? 3 circle maps, 3 problems. On the outside, what are you noticing about yourself? Don't just paste this thinking map into the exit slip and turn it in. That's just very annoying because I go through all like the work of like clicking, and then it's the example. What? Okay, no. You open up. Your map should be different. Here are other examples of thinking map A. Some people just started writing on Post-its because they're noticing so much about themselves that they go Post-it crazy. So what the art students did, which is really helpful, is they started to write ideas for metaphors for their mask on these Post-its. So art students, this might help you start to think about, okay, what am I putting in my drawing to help me? Drama students, same thing may help you. Like, what am I going to put in my monologue? Example of thinking map A, I mean, they like went all out. It was awesome. Videos. Okay, so here's a demo. We're going to do an ABC chart, guys. So like click this and then do your ABC chart. Brainstorm social problems. You're going to pick 3 social problems that impact you, that you see. And you're going to write about how they affect you, what you're noticing about yourself. This is my reminder. This is another video reminder for you to take your time. Take your time when you're doing this. When you're writing in the green right here, this green part, really take your time to like look at yourself. Face yourself. What are you noticing about yourself? You can't just face yourself in 2 seconds and be like, okay, I get it. No, it takes some time to face yourself. Thinking map B. You are going to embark in a new journey with magical thinking map B. You are leaving the cave. Here are some examples. What is thinking map B? It's a flow map, okay? But it's a flow map that has no limits. Your promise is in the middle. So this person said, I want to stand up to those who need help. I want to stand for them. I want to help my family out if they are feeling down. I want to talk to others in the school. Open up, share my voice. You should have a lot of different promises, okay? These are the next steps. Left side, next steps. Right side, how do you want to be different in the future? Okay, same thing. Next steps on the left. How do you want to be different? Your promise in the middle. Yeah, you could get ideas from these examples. You don't want to copy them though, but that's your truth. Someone is making so much noise outside at my house. I'm sorry about that white noise, guys. Here's a video demo of doing thinking map B. Video demo of doing thinking map B. Is this correct? Yeah, thinking map A. This is a video demo of me doing thinking map B. Click on that. Let me know if it doesn't play. Okay, YouTube's getting on me. I think they want to arrest me. Ha! I love you, YouTube. Just kidding. Facts. We can't control others, but we can control ourselves. You can promise yourself that you will stand up to social problems. You standing up and you being an upstander for yourself, that's a promise enough, and that will inspire the rest of the world. Cool down chat box. Keep adding to your thinking maps as we move through the weekend. Post a picture of your thinking maps on your slides. Misconception check. You can write many different promises. The correct one will narrow itself down as you continue to learn more. We'll do our cool down chat box. Talk about what happened. And then final thought. By standing up to the problems, you are inspiring others. This is you outside of the cave right here. You're exploring the infinite world of knowledge. Now that you've faced history, now that you're facing yourself, speak out, more inspiration. You could tell I know this lesson's very important because, like, look at all this. And more inspirational quotes. I love you guys. What they wrote is relevant for art too. Art teaches you to face yourself and to free your voice because you're going to draw your mask. You're going to come out of your cave. Drama, we're returning to the beginning of the year where we're writing a monologue. Get ready. But you guys need to do these thinking maps. It's the basis for your art. Make sure you click this purple icon and turn in your thinking maps, attach them, and then it goes to a Google Drive folder so I can check it on Friday and give you points real fast. Couple of other things. Individual work, like this really isn't post-class stuff. This should have been happening all the time, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not surprised if you've been procrastinating, or I'm not surprised if you didn't ask questions or come to office hours and know what's expected. Guys, since April, I've given you 12 slides. Y'all have them. They're all in a shared folder that I shared with you in mid-April. Or maybe it was late April. It's probably late April. These are the slides that should be done. It's a lot, I know, but this is what happens when we procrastinate. Slide 1, type your name. Slide 2, put your identity box in. Slide 3, you were supposed to draw a picture of the cave. That was lesson 2. Showing that you understand like what the cave's about and why it's important to you. What do you think it has to do with history? It's all explained in the lesson. Okay? And then what's your truth? A lot of people said they were having trouble with this slide. It's okay. You could do that one later. Maybe you don't know your truth yet. Okay? But maybe you found your truth by doing the identity box. Slide 4, lesson 4, I mean. That's where you put your picture of your See the Real Me poem. Your poem about your box. So your box, your poem about your box. Most of this stuff has to do with the identity box. Slide lesson 5. Okay, down here, this was your response to the mask, Dunbar's mask. And here we go. We're in lesson 6. You're going to put your maps on these slides. And then what? Put pictures that show the truth that you want. It's okay if you don't get this slide done. You know, maybe you're working on that. You're getting that done later as we get closer to presentation. These slides are your final. This is your final. So I went ahead and I looked and I lowered some grades because I was like, they're not working on their slides. Wake up call. How do I find my slides? Guys, your slides are located in your Animo Google Drive. A lot of kids are like, I don't have it. It's because they're in their personal Gmail. Go to your Animo one. Go to Shared with Me. Shared with Me. Search Drive. Type Coopera. Open the folder I shared with you in April. Open the slides file in the folder. Select the 12 slides that you will be working on. You'll see like 62 or 100 slides in there. It's because everyone's slides in the group are in there so you can share your work with each other, right? You're going to present to each other by just working all on the same file. So select 12 slides in there and work on it. One step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. If anything, you're doing your thinking maps today. Tech demo. How do I put stuff in my slides? Made you a video. Tech check. If you're struggling like this granny, come and see me at office hours. Have you been procrastinating? I'm not surprised if you can connect with SpongeBob here. I'm not surprised at all. It's okay. I went ahead and made a Google spreadsheet for you right here. Go ahead, click here. This is every link to every PowerPoint so far. These are the art ones. These are the drama ones. Click your link, go back, learn what the cave is about. And then you could draw your picture. You can like look at the slides and then do your picture right there. Okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. So if you see, you click this, you go here, see, easy as pie. You'll see all of the links. Let me zoom in. Zoom in. It's not letting me zoom in. So let's say you don't know like what the cave is, right? You weren't here that day, whatever. You go and look, it comes up, right? Go down, read about the cave. There are all these great videos about the cave that should work now. This was a great movie, by the way. You should see that and answer your questions about that. But look, here is a picture of the cave. Here is a cool video about the cave, explaining the cave. Here's me explaining the cave again. Okay, and then here we go, more cave. More cave, explaining the cave. So make sure you understand. So use that, use the link log. Where am I? Okay, and catch up. You know, it's okay. But these 12 slides, this is your final exam, okay? So now you could see the end. You could understand how everything connects. Next couple of weeks, we're just making the art and drama that represents your promise. But this is the foundation. Please take it seriously. May you all be happy and healthy. May you love others freely. Do these thinking maps. Have a good lesson.